So if they do it right, she should pull right out of there.
Mike, how long did it take you? Did it take 4? What did it take you, Monica?
Great. Evan, do you copy Evan?
Tony Beets and his team just pulled in a staggering $250,000 from Indian River last night. But there's a twist. Before Tony shifts focus to his new venture in the highlands, he hands the reins over to Monica, trusting her to keep the gold flowing. A crucial machine breaks down under Monica's watch, bringing the entire operation to a standstill. Tune in as we uncover if Monica can keep up Tony's streak or if disaster looms.
This season is pretty well down the tube down there.
The test of trust. Before Tony heads off to the highlands to focus on new projects, he assigns Monica, one of his most dependable team members, to oversee operations at the Indian River site. Tony is clear about his trust in her abilities, emphasizing that the success of the site now rests in her hands. This is a big step. Tony is usually the one overseeing every detail, but now he's shifting his attention to a new venture up on the hill. With this change, Monica becomes the go-to person for keeping the site productive and running smoothly. Unseen challenges await, ready to test Monica's every move. Monica's responsibility is quickly put to the test when the conveyor belt on the shaker deck suddenly stops working. This conveyor belt is crucial. It moves the pay dirt, the material they process for gold, through the operation.
Cable clamps, and they let go. You're either one gonna miss a set of legs.
With the belt not running, everything comes to a halt. The breakdown is unexpected and has everyone scratching their heads since the machine was working perfectly just a moment ago. Now, with the silence replacing the usual rumble of rocks, Monica realizes she has to act fast to prevent a long delay. As the new leader, Monica takes charge, diving right into finding the problem. She and the crew inspect the machine thoroughly and discover that a rod in the drive drum has come loose, causing a misalignment that jammed the conveyor system. This mechanical problem is serious. If not fixed quickly, it will hold up production, meaning a loss in time, money, and momentum. Monica wastes no time. She coordinates with the crew, organizing a plan to remove the problematic rod and clear out the accumulated dirt blocking the system. This repair requires a careful touch, as any misstep could cause further damage. The team works with Monica to get it done, knowing that their response time directly affects the site's productivity, which in turn impacts their earnings.
And if you're lucky, it'll take your head off. That's, ladies and gentlemen, very serious.
After some diligent effort, Monica and her team manage to clear the obstruction, fix the alignment, and restart the conveyor belt. This moment is a huge relief. Not only does it mean operations can continue, but it also serves as a real test of Monica's problem-solving and leadership skills. Getting things back on track reassures both her and the crew that they can handle these challenges, even with Tony away. Monica's role doesn't stop at fixing machines. She's also aware of the production targets they need to hit to make the operation financially successful. With Tony gone, she focuses on getting the team to maximize productivity and make up for the time they lost during the breakdown. This includes streamlining workflows, ensuring everyone understands the site's goals, and making strategic choices to keep production high without pushing the equipment too hard. By the end of her first week in charge, Monica gathers the team to review their progress. They've made strides, but they haven't quite hit their production targets. This outcome is a mix of success and setback, giving Monica a clear idea of what needs adjustment. She now has to think about how to improve their performance without overworking the equipment, a constant balancing act in the demanding conditions of a mining site. Are they close to meeting their goals? Not quite, but they're not far off either. This near miss gives Monica a clear sense of the improvements they need to make. It's not just about speeding up, it's about finding a rhythm that keeps the machinery running efficiently and the crew motivated. In her role, Monica faces constant challenges beyond just the daily operations. She has to think about the future, considering how to maintain the site's stability while planning for improvements. She knows that keeping things running smoothly in the present while planning for tomorrow is crucial for long-term success. Her ability to adapt, keep her team motivated, and focus on what needs to be done shows her resilience and determination. While Tony is busy with his new projects on the hill, he keeps a close eye on the Indian River site from a distance. He's confident in Monica's ability to handle the daily hurdles, knowing she has what it takes to keep things on track. Monica's initial successes, along with the setbacks, become valuable lessons in leadership. These experiences shape her approach to managing the site, showing her and the team what it takes to succeed in such a high-stakes environment. Each challenge Monica faces underlines the importance of a steady hand in leadership. It's not just about fixing what's broken, it's about preparing for what's next. She's learning to see the big picture, understanding that leadership is as much about planning and adapting as it is about solving problems on the spot. Monica faces big tests in her new role. Can she keep the operation running smoothly?
Without a question or doubt, the damn thing will be successful.
Striking gold or empty promises? In the lively and hard-working area around the well-known money pit, Parker's crew is giving their all to pull valuable material from the ground. Each trench they dig and every bucket of soil they lift holds the promise of finding gold, fueling their excitement to see if the land Parker invested in holds real value. To keep things moving smoothly, Parker has trusted Mitch with the important job of transporting this precious material from the money pit to the nearby wash plant. This role is vital to make sure Parker's investment pays off. The wash plant, which has already seen tons of dirt and rocks from the Yukon, now faces one of its toughest challenges. The whole team can feel the tension, as this round of washing could be a game changer. They're all eager to see what valuable bits might be hidden in the dirt. If things go well, it could mean a bright future for Parker's venture. This operation isn't just about one find. It's about proving that the land they're digging holds treasures that could keep them going for a long time. Now, Parker's newly set up wash plant has been running for 2 days straight, tirelessly sifting through loads brought in by excavators. Each scoop of sand comes from various areas across the Dominion territory, the place where they've been digging. Emma, a skilled hand on the team, is managing the leftover materials, or tailings, that come out of the wash. Her expertise boosts the crew's efforts and shows the strength of a team where each person brings something valuable to the table. But just as things seem to be flowing well, a sudden drop in water pressure stops the wash plant in its tracks. This is a serious issue because the right amount of water pressure is key to separating the gold from everything else. Without it, the plant can't work effectively, and the whole project could be at risk financially.
As you can see here, this plant's just really struggling. You can see the material boiling over.
The urgency to fix this falls on the shoulders of mechanics Liam, Puka, and Tyler. They need to find the problem quickly and get the water flowing again so that gold extraction can continue smoothly. After some investigating, the mechanics discover that a crack in the intake hose has been letting air into the system, which is causing the pump to lose pressure. Their solution? Seal the crack with silicone. It sounds simple, but out here, even small repairs like this are essential to keep things running. As they apply the silicone, everyone hopes this quick fix will hold, underscoring how often they rely on these improvised repairs to keep going in tough conditions. When the repair is complete and seems stable, the team breathes a sigh of relief as the plant roars back to life. This quick fix showcases their dedication to keeping the operation efficient, highlighting the constant drive for success that fuels gold mining ventures. Every minute counts in their work, and the ability to fix things quickly is what keeps them moving forward. As things settle down again, Parker stays focused on the ongoing challenge of keeping the plant running despite the rough, unpredictable environment. Each small setback reminds him and the team how delicate the balance is between machinery and nature in their quest for gold. Still, they find moments of lightness in the midst of the hard work, like when they discuss potential names for the new wash plant. These small breaks bring some fun to the otherwise intense world of the mining camp. After a full week of hard work, the team gathers for a weighing session, which shows them how much gold they managed to collect from the Unforgiven and Dominion areas. The numbers on the scales represent all their effort, And even though some results fall short of their hopes, the overall outcome lifts the team's spirits. Their hard work is paying off, and the promise of more gold beneath the Dominion land keeps them going. Seeing the results at Dominion is a hopeful sign for everyone. It suggests that their strategies might bring even bigger successes down the line. With each hour they spend working, they learn more about the land and refine their techniques, strengthening their determination to uncover what lies beneath the surface. Each discovery adds to their understanding and motivation. So, what keeps this team going day in and day out? It's more than the possibility of striking it rich. It's the drive to master gold mining itself. For Parker, this journey is not only about leading a successful operation, but also about building a team that can tackle any challenge. His leadership and their collective willpower push them forward, even when things get tough. Parker's team digs deeper, but challenges grow. Will their efforts lead to real success?
172.
2 months in, 0 gold. Tony is facing some major obstacles. About 100 miles west of a town called Kondik, his mining site at Paradise Hill has come to a complete stop because of a broken trommel, a key machine in the mining process. Meanwhile, his other mining claim at Indian River is not active either, and with 2 months of the mining season already behind him, Tony hasn't mined a single ounce of gold. Then he gets a phone call that might just decide the future of his mining season. On the call, Tony learns from a mining inspector that authorities visited the Indian River site last week in order to shut down. The problem was with the camera crew filming at the site, and officials wanted the cameras turned off. This disruption couldn't have come at a worse time. On top of that, Tony finds out his mining license only covers a much smaller area than he thought. Instead of the 15 acres he expected to work on, his permit limits him to just 1 acre. This mistake puts his plans for Indian River on pause, forcing him to reconsider his entire operation. But there's a glimmer of hope. In a follow-up call, the inspector informs Tony that the authorities have approved the area he had already started working on. However, he is strictly warned not to go beyond that disturbed ground. With this permission, Tony can now process up to 15 acres. It's a crucial chance to keep his season going, despite the earlier missteps and limitations. Back at the mining site, Tony's daughter Monica faces her own set of challenges. The tailings diverter on her wash plant, a machine that separates dirt from the gold, is broken, and there are no welders available at the Indian River site. With no other option, Tony takes matters into his own hands and decides to do the repairs himself. The delay is frustrating for everyone, as they've already started the season late, and every hour lost makes it harder to reach their goals. As if the mechanical issues weren't enough, the weather in the Yukon adds to the pressure. Conditions change quickly from scorching heat to sudden heavy rains, putting Tony and his team to the test. Despite these shifts, Tony stays focused on the goal and gets the wash plant up and running again. He knows every minute counts, and there's a real urgency to start sluicing, washing the dirt for gold, to make up for the time they've lost. Now comes the moment they've all been waiting for. After years of anticipation, the Beets family is about to sluice their first gold from Indian River in 4 long years. There's excitement in the air as they think about the possible gold hidden beneath the soil and the reward for their hard work and patience. After 22 hours of running Monica's wash plant, they finally measure the gold they've collected, 61.8 ounces, worth more than $120,000. It's a solid start that brings hope, especially after all the setbacks this season has thrown at them. While this first gold haul may not completely make up for lost time, it's a positive step forward and a reminder of the family's resilience. They've overcome mechanical failures, regulatory obstacles, and the challenges posed by nature itself. After weeks of struggle, Parker finally tests if the season's first run will bring gold.
Hopefully it's worth the hassle. Hopefully there's lots of gold up here. There's only one way to find out.
First gold strike. Parker had finally found gold on his first try of the season. It was a huge relief after a tough start, with equipment spread all over the mining site and a constant worry about money. Things finally seemed to be turning around, but there was still a lot left to do. The heart of the whole operation was the wash plant, a big machine they called Lucifer. Before they could start mining, though, they had to move the entire setup about 150 yards to a higher platform, a major task that involved relocating this massive 45-foot-tall structure. Tyson Lee was in charge of getting Lucifer up and running at their new site, a rugged patch of land owned by Kenan Stewart, and aptly named Unforgiven. Moving Lucifer up a steep hill was no easy task. Tyson's team would need to use a powerful machine, a 750 excavator, to drag the wash plant up the slope. And it wasn't just a matter of brute force. They had to rotate the plant exactly 90 degrees so that, once in place, the waste materials would come out in the right direction. This wasn't just about shifting heavy equipment. It was a risky operation. The team had to rely on thick, sturdy cables to pull Lucifer up, but any snapped cable could spell disaster. If one failed, the wash plant could tumble back down, putting everyone in serious danger. With so much at stake, the team moved carefully, taking their time to double-check each step. Once Lucifer was finally in position on the platform, they could get started with the real work. The first run of the season was a make-or-break moment. They had to connect the wash plant to a power source, inspect every part, and make sure everything was in perfect condition. Tyson and his team ran into a few issues right from the start, a reminder of how unpredictable working with heavy machinery can be, especially in such a remote, rugged environment. Despite the initial setbacks, everyone on the team stayed positive. Parker, who was overseeing the entire setup, knew the pressure was on to make up for the late start to the season. His goal was clear but challenging. They had to extract as much gold as possible to make up for the steep costs of setting everything up.
No doubt. Well, nice work, man. Let's get back to sluicing.
As soon as Lucifer began processing the first piles of soil, the team's anticipation grew. It was already 7 weeks into the season, much later than they'd ever started before. Parker watched as the wash plant roared to life, sifting through the dirt with intense power. When the first hints of gold started to appear, the crew's excitement and energy shot up, knowing this was what they had worked so hard to achieve. The first cleanup at this new site marked a critical moment. Now they would see if all the effort was going to pay off. Every ounce of gold counted, and with so much riding on this setup, Parker relied on his team completely. He trusted them to run things smoothly while he focused on maximizing the gold they could get from each load of dirt. After days of continuous work, the first results finally came in. The initial yield was promising, giving the whole crew a boost of confidence. Moving and setting up Lucifer had been a huge undertaking, but now it was clear that it had been worth it. Parker and his team gathered to discuss the outcome, reviewing what they'd achieved and planning the next steps. Each bit of gold they uncovered brought them closer to stability and a strong footing for the rest of the season. Will Parker's gamble truly pay off? Or is this success just luck? Let us know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates and discussions.